What's up, Bender family? So today we were going to do a little walk around and explaining some stuff. You've seen the International in some of our videos already. It's not my project. I don't have a lot of information on it. So today we're going to let Ben talk about what this brainchild is and what the plans are moving forward. So take it away.
So for you guys that don't know, this is a 1968 International Lodestar, and the Lodestar ran for late 60s into the early 70s. They eventually went to a fiberglass hood. This is the original bonnet style metal front end, which is what I wanted. It's going to make it harder to work on. Hopefully I don't have to work on it too much, but my plan with this truck from the very beginning is I wanted a medium duty truck, and I've always kind of had a soft spot for these old Lodestars, just because I like how flat the front end is, and then you have the curve of the fenders and everything. It's been kind of, you know, we've seen a couple of them in our lives. Our grandpa used to have a sawmill. Our uncle had one of those well drilling rigs, so it was just one that we was familiar with it. So, a couple things we have is we're doing a motor swap and a transmission swap and a rear axle swap, and it's not going to be a medium duty truck anymore after we're done. To an extent, it's going to be more like a 1.5 ton truck. So, but it's going to be kind of a shop truck for us, and it'll probably end up with wrench benders on the side of it or something like that, and we'll use it to haul motorcycle projects and different things like that. So if you guys would take a walk with me here for a second, and I'll give you an explanation of some of the parts we have, something that just come in yesterday, and we'll go through it.
You want to start over here? You want to start over there?
Over here.
All right, let's go over here.
So we went and picked this up. Now this right here is not a dump truck transmission or a grain truck, or not a dump truck axle or a grain truck axle. This is a 14-bolt Chevrolet axle, same thing that's in my personal pickup truck. These axles are actually a pretty stout axle. Because we're not going to be running the same kind of weight that this truck was originally designed to handle, I figure this is going to be plenty good enough for us. Plus it gets us a modern axle with disc brakes, and we're going to be easily swappable gears to get the right gearing to match a transmission that I've got for this, and get us a good highway speed and just usable power range of the engine. And then, of course, you've seen the grain bed removal, and you've seen us go for a drive in this. So we'll be removing the rear axle. My plans are right now, unless it changes, is to do airbag suspension on front and rear of this truck. We're going to try and set it down a lot lower, and we'll probably do a flatbed on the rear because I want to keep it where we can haul a few things. And then put like a gooseneck hitch in it and trailer hitch so we can pull trailers.
Now the flatbed's not high priority. The gooseneck trailer is probably first priority. That way we can pull trailers with it.
I want to be able to pull trailers. Even if we don't get the flatbed on it early on, we'll put some fenders on it. That way we're not throwing rocks at our cab, and paint the frame and get all that squared away. And it may take us a little while to get the flatbed on it. I mean, we're moving at the rate of cash, so
right.
It is what it is. But that's kind of my plan right now with what's going on here. One concern I have is that the 6.9 motor, which you've seen us go pull out of the sawmill shed, is a little bit longer than the 345 gasoline engine that's in this. I imagine we're probably going to end up doing a little bit of firewall work. We'll see what happens though. There's nothing promised right now. I'm going to be figuring this out as I go. But so let's go check out what we got yesterday.
All right. Watch where you step. We got stuff laying everywhere.
So yesterday I sewed my thumb up a little bit and I was busting a skid apart. And we've got some of the debris laid in there. Guy packed it up pretty good. Anybody gets a chance to deal with Vince from Vince's Crown Vics. Pretty cool cat. Was really helpful. Really packaged the crate up good and helped me with the shipping company. What he had for us, this is a Spicer 6+1. This come out of an International dump truck, and you can see here the shifter says International. That's an added bonus, but it is a 6-speed with a granny gear. So that's the 6+1. The rear, or the final drive is a 1-1, so we're going to have to gear the rear end a little higher to get the highway speeds we want, but we've got 7 forward gears, so not worried about gearing the rear end a little higher. We can get down low enough if it's an issue. The cool part about this is this is an S82 bell housing, which is all your medium duty truck bell housing. And Vince hooked me up. He gave me the adapter plate that came off the back of the Power Stroke engine, the starter, and this is your flywheel, clutch, and pressure plate setup. So this right here will bolt to the back of the 6.9, allow all this to go, and bolt to the SA82 bell housing for this heavy duty transmission. A little bit bigger transmission than what we really need for this truck, but it's a 7-speed, so it's a design for international medium duty, and I think it'll be cool in the truck. Plus, got a good deal on it, so, and it'll handle more torque than, say, a ZF5. A ZF6 would handle it, but I got this the way it is with the starter for probably what it would cost me to just go buy a ZF6, and that's not counting flywheel and clutch and everything. So, money well spent here. As far as that goes for the project right now, that's the only information I have other than the videos you guys have already seen. So hopefully we'll have some more updates along the way for this truck. Like I said, moving at the rate of cash, and right now with everything kind of weird in the economy, we're kind of at a little bit of a staging point.
Yeah, well, our plan moving forward is probably to go towards the 6.9 and get it up and operating. So we're going to be maybe replacing some piston rings and
yeah, because this right here is ready to go.
Right.
When the motor's ready, just bolt all this stuff to it. The only thing I'm about to buy is a pilot bearing, but outside of that, it's ready to bolt up. So this needs nothing other than, we might talk to the guys from JB3 Moto about this. I need a different plate made on the rear of this transmission. That way I can get a smaller U-joint to go to our GM drivetrain, or GM drive shaft. So I'm sure Walker already knows he's expecting a phone call with me on this one. So
I'm sure they can hook us up.
But so yeah, this is ready to go. We're going to tear the engine apart next and order some parts for it. Thank you guys for watching. Appreciate it. Like and subscribe down there. It really helps us out. And go bend some wrenches.